Hi everyone, welcome back to English series brought to you by O3 Schools JAMB app, and we've been looking at consonants. We've been taking them two at a time. Consonant sounds, one voiced and one voiceless consonant. So today we'll continue while we're looking at consonants. Don't forget our brackets and g, consonant and g. So this is the voiceless consonant. It's a voiceless consonant. While this is a voiced consonant. In our earlier videos, we have established the fact that voiceless consonants are consonants that are produced without vibration of the vocal tract, while for the pronunciation of the voice consonants, there's usually vibration when we are pronouncing. So here we have there's really no vibration when you're pronouncing, unlike this g, g. You could literally feel the vibrations. So for consonant g, let's look at words that we can find this consonant. First off, we find them in words containing letter K. Words that contain letter K, whether at the middle or beginning or ending of a word, they contain consonant K. Words like keep, K there is the consonant. Words like keg, words like mark. We have words like take, back. The K in these words contain this consonant sound. We have other words like kill, kind. The K in these words like this. At least the consonant sound is easy in the sense that as you are seeing it in the word, you can easily identify or recognize it in words. Although there are still confusions, we still have other words like skin, kiss, king. These words contain consonant K. Then we can also find this consonant in words containing CK. Apart from K, words containing CK, recall that we've established the fact that in sounds, speech, we do not have C as a consonant. It's either pronounced as this consonant or this, depending on how or the way it is in words. So if it is not pronounced as k, we pronounce it as s. So words ending with ck also contain consonant k. Example, we have back, rack, neck, kick, seek, pick. These words, black, tack. The ck at the end of these words contain this consonant k. If you were to translate them, you will see that there will be no C. For example, this will give you the C is not in the translation. Both C and K combine to form this consonant K in this word pick. So apart from K and CK, we can also find this consonant in words containing C. Just letter C. Some words that contain letter C actually contain this consonant K. Now, by the time letter C comes before I, Y, or E, it is pronounced as S. But any other letter apart from these three, we pronounce it as K. If letter C comes in front or before I, Y, or E, it is pronounced as S. But if it comes before any other letter, it is now grouped under the K sound. So examples, we have cat. Here, C is coming before A, so it's pronounced K. And if you were to translate this, what it becomes. no C in our speech or sound or phonics. We do not have letter C. What we have is the consonant K. Other words include call, could. Words like this, as long as C is not coming before I, Y, or E. We have other words like active, ankle. See the C there, pronounced as K. Bicycle. This C. The first C comes before Y. And we've already said it here, I, Y, or E after letter C, it makes that C to be pronounced as S rather than K. So the first C isn't the consonant K, or the second C. That's K. Then we have climb. Common examples. This is fairly common. We know that. We also have consonant K in words containing CH. Sometimes CH can combine in words to produce the K sound. Character, for example. The CH in character, we pronounce it as this sound. Other words include charisma. The CH giving us the K sound. Chemist. Chaos. Chorus. Chemical. The CH in this way produce the K sound. We also have it in CC. Let's try and box them so we can differentiate the spelling ways from the examples. So we have words containing CC like accord. The CC produces the K sound. Account. Most words like this. Accommodate. The CC in this words produce the K sound. We also have it in Q. Letter Q in words can produce the K sound. Example, boutique. The Q there is pronounced as K, boutique. Key. Antique. You can see them now. Q. Bouquet. Bouquet. Quick. Queen. Let's see. Words like this with letter Q, they can pronounce the K sound in words. Apart from this other spelling ways, you can also find consonant K in words containing letter X. Letter X in words mostly produces these two sounds when you're pronouncing it. But since there's still K sound, we can group it under this consonant. Example of such words, we have axe. For example, if you had to translate this, you get something like this. So our K sound is still there. So we have axe, lax, except the X sound in this words produces the K sound. Other words, we have six, expect, exposure, words like that. So our consonant K can be found, our consonant K can be found in words containing letter K, letters CK, C, CH, CC, Q, and X. Now move to G, the voiced consonant G. This is voiceless, this is voiced. Now, this consonant can be found in words containing obviously letter G. Words containing letter G. An example now, we have good, g, good, give. Words like this. Words like again, goat, agree. Words like cargo. Words like signal. They contain letter G, and the G is pronounced as G, the consonant G. We can also find them in words with GG. Example, bigger. Both G's, by the time you translate, they give you this consonant sound G. Both G's, the GG in there, egg, digger. Other examples, we have rugged, ragged. These words contain the consonant G. We can also find G in words containing GH. Here, the H in the words, of course, the H will now be silent. All that will be pronounced in the word is the consonant G. So, example, we have ghetto, ghost. We have yogurt for the spelling that has GH. Spaghetti, spaghetti. These are examples of words containing GH and they contain the consonant G. We can also find it in X. Words containing letter X. If those words containing letter X and we don't pronounce them as K, we can pronounce them as G. Example, we have example. The X there doesn't carry consonant K. Instead, it carries consonant G. This is example. Examination. Here, the G is not combining with S. So this can either produce KS or GZ. Both these two are voiceless consonants, these two are voiced. So if you don't pronounce X in the word as X, it becomes X. So it's either produced as K and S or G and Z, as in these ones. Here we have example, here we have except. So the difference is there in the pronunciation. Other words, we have executive, exaggerate. The X in these words also contain consonant G, exit. Words like this. So this is K and G, the voiceless and the voiced. And then these are examples of words that contain this consonant sound and examples of words that contain the G consonant sound. If you check, there are some similarities, especially with the X. Words containing letter X, some are pronounced as K, some contain the G sound. Now, in these consonants, there are exceptions. Both consonants K and G are not pronounced when they come before letter N in words. These consonants are silent if they come before letter N. Is silent when it comes before, or let's say when it comes before letter N at the beginning of words. at the beginning of words. Example, now we have no. In this word, the K is silent. Knowledge. Words like new, knife. Other words we have not, neat. Then we also have blackguard. Though here the K is not coming before an N at the beginning of the word, but in this word the K is silent. We do not pronounce it blackguard. So the CK there is not pronounced. Then when consonant K or letter K rather comes before letter N at the beginning of a word, the K is usually silent. So in this words, this consonant is absent. Although the letter K is there, the consonant sound is not produced. Then for this consonant sound G, whether it comes at the beginning or at the end of a word, as long as G comes before N, it is silent. Examples, we have sign. So though this is at the end, the G is still silent. As sign. Or even if you have assignments, words like this, then at the beginning you can have no. Silent. Silent. Other words, nash. No. Words like null. So these two consonants, they are similar in the sense that when they come before letter N in words, we do not pronounce them. For consonant K, when it comes at the beginning, we know that what the K there, it is not the K sound. It is silent. It is not pronounced. While for G, whether it's at the beginning or at the end or at the middle of the word, as long as the G is coming before an N, we do not pronounce them. So let's compare these words using minimal pairs. I mean, these consonants. In comparing these consonant sounds using minimal pairs, here we could have words like dog, dog. So the difference here is in the consonant sounds at the end. Other words we have cap. Sorry, we are dealing with the k sound, cap and gap. Here we have coat, goat. We can have bigger and bigger. Cage, gauge. So you have cage and gauge. You can have card, guard. Take the differences in the k and the g sound. Here we have coal, goal. Other ways we can have came, game, class, glass, code, gold. Words like that. So it is in pronunciation side by side. It will really help you bring out the differences between these two similar consonant sounds. Duck, dog, cap, gap, coat, goat, bigger, bigger. So we can easily differentiate these sounds when they are side by side. Now let's answer some questions on these two sounds that we've just dealt with. Up first, we have choose the word. Well, let's identify questions. Choose the word that contains the same sound. As the underlined letters. Letter or letters, as the case may be, depending on the question given to us. So if we are to have this, so the first step would be to identify the sound underlined, the letters underlined. What sound does it contain in? You identify it, and then you now look for it in the options given. So here K is underlined, and the K contains the K sound. So we pronounce the options to see which one also contains the K sound. So here we have chaos, cheap, knife, cheese. Notwithstanding the fact that this word also contains letter K, we underline this as our answer, chaos, because the K here doesn't carry the K sound. It's actually silent. K is coming before N at the beginning of a word. It means it's silent. The K sound is not there. So this word contains the K sound, and that becomes our answer, kite, chaos. We have this. Once again, we identified the sound that the letter on the line contains. Here we have gear, g, gear. So from the options, we try to look for which one also contains the g sound. This is gear, not gear. Gear, give, gentle, judge. So here we have gear and give. Gear and give. These other words do not contain the g sound. They contain sounds entirely. Another one, we have this. Letters on the line GG contains G, egg, G. So in the options, we have sign. Although there is G here, it is silent. The G sound is not pronounced in this word. Example, not generous. Our answer becomes example. The X here carries the G sound. If you were to translate this, you have, so the G sound is here in this X. So that's our answer. Here the G is silent, so G is not pronounced. And the G here contains another sound apart from G. So that's not our answer. We could have one more. Here we have cat with C underlined. C here carries the K sound. It is coming before A, not I, E, or Y. So it contains the K sound. So we look at the options to look for a word that also contains the K sound. We cannot just say, okay, this is C, we pick it. What about this and this that also contains letter C? So we look at the options. This is center. C is coming before an E, so it is pronounced as, if C comes before, let's put it that way, before I, E, or Y, it's pronounced as. So this is center, this is descent, this is accent. So our answer becomes keep, also containing the K sound. Then if we're also given words to pick out odd words, You can also be asked to pick out the odd words from among a group of words. Pick out the odd words. So in this group of words, it is now up to you to look for what is similar in these words, and then which word doesn't contain that common similarity that the other ones share, or that the majority of the words share. So you pronounce. Here we have consider, knowledge, kick, and take. Obviously the k sound is common, but it's not present here because the k here is silent, so the k sound is not produced, which is produced in other words. The k here even has double and then the k in that word. So our odd word becomes knowledge. Another example, we could have this. So we look for a common factor between majority of the words and then the one that doesn't contain that common factor. Here we have tiger, cargo, grow, genesis. Obviously, genesis doesn't contain the g sound. This is not Genesis, but Genesis. So it doesn't contain the g sound contained in the other words. Genesis becomes odd there. We could also have, let's say this is 3. In these words, we pronounce. Here we have character, excel, hue, blackguard. We already established when we're dealing with the consonant K or the K, that here it's silent. The CK is not produced. So the consonant K is not produced in this word. So we already know that this is the odd one out. All other words contain the K sound. Here it's pronounced here. Let's put our brackets. The X here contains the K. The Q here contains the K sound, but it's absent here because the CK is silent. It's not produced in the word blackguard. So that becomes our odd one out. And then one more, we could have this. These words in pronouncing here, we have get, exert, gnash, rugged. Obviously, this word is the odd one out. The G here is silent. We have it pronounced in GG here. The X here and the G here contains the G sound, but it's not here because the G is silent. Our odd word now becomes gnash. So that will be it for consonants K and G. So do well to download the app and practice with more questions, especially under these two consonants, so you can be more conversant with them. Thank you so much for watching.